Goulbourn prison is the most scariest prison I've ever been down there because of how quickly violence can really escalate. I witnessed two murders when I was down there. One was of a rapist who was about 6'5" and 130 kilos, and most probably thought he was fucking untouchable. But it was, it happened really, really quick and it was really violent. The fact that Goulbourn is so cold, it's one of them, I've been to places where it's snow, but that's got a wind chill factor of nothing I've ever felt like. So the people's, I don't know, tempers are normally frayed because it's so cold and so miserable. And I can recall looking across one time from a yard to another yard, and you could see, and you could do a photograph and have underneath it tension, and everyone would go, it was just such the most intense prison I'd ever been to. And you would get back to your cell of a night and wipe your brow and sort of go, thank God I made it through another day. It was that hectic. The screws would go into the yard and do ramps and find 20 or 30 blade shivs or whatever, knives, and the next day the whole yard's armed up again. It was just amazing how that would be happening, and there was always you could feel something. There was always a feeling that something bad was about to go down, like whether it be a stabbing or a really, because everything was vicious there. It was a stabbing. It wasn't just a little nick here or a nick or a cut. It was pretty brutal. It was a brutal place. People done things with really bad intentions in Goulbourn. People fucking, shoot to kill there. It was a crazy place. It was just such a dark, cold place with, a lot of hatred, a lot of evil, and you know what I mean? It was just, the tension there was just like nothing I've ever come across, the anger. And it wasn't a place where you see many people smile or laugh or anything like that. Everyone had a frown on their head. Everyone was full of anger, full of hate, and full of violence. It was a crazy place. It was it's really unexplainable. And what I'd seen people, with the benefit of being from doing Goulbourn and going to other jails, people come out of Goulbourn really, really traumatized, because you witnessed violence on a daily basis. No, not too dissimilar to war zones, and the prison officers, when they'll send you to Goulbourn, they'd put on like accents and say, you're off to the front line, son, because it was known as the front line. It was known as Bosnia. It was known as the killing fields. It was known as the war zone. It wasn't known as a pretty place or a nice place or a place of empathy and compassion. It was a very, very bad place, and not for the faint-hearted. And it was amazing how you could get the least violent person you ever met in your life, and they would come back from Goulbourn and have this propensity for violence. That's a place that should be shut down. That whole place should be shut down because it creates bad people. It creates, I don't know, it's a place of violence. It's a violence farm, you know what I mean? It's not good. It's not good. It's not a good place. And you come back from there really cold, and you come back really traumatized, because you witness a lot of bad things. You witness a lot of bad stabbings. You witness mankind at his worst. You really do. It's unexplainable. And the people who come out of Goulbourn that spend time together are bonded by their trauma, not too dissimilar as people who go to war together, because you went to this traumatic, hectic sort of place and you survived it together. And I have a friend. My friend passed away. My best mate and I, we'd done years down there together, and we had a pretty special bond. And I think that bond, that place created it. You know what I mean? Always on edge. You're always on edge. Someone's going to get hurt, and you're just hoping it's not you on a daily basis. It's not the hotel resorts that are reported in the media. It's definitely not that. They have showers in there, right? And that's where people are going to get got. You go for a shower. You go to the shower, and you normally go in pairs, so someone's watching your back while you have a shower. You come out of the shower, and that person watches your back while you have a shower. It's like nothing else. It's like nothing else. Every person that does jail in different states will tell you about, a jail similar to theirs and similar to Goulbourn in a different state. But I know a lot of people have done jail in other states and say that's another level.